Hello everybody and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Red. Uh, Today we are going to continue to work on our altar a little bit, and we are being visited by a rather severe thunderstorm, which is just off to our east there, and hopefully it will continue to move off to the east. We come down here to our uh, Botania area, made sure we turn our F7 off. There it is right there, just off to our east. And as you can see, it's just completely spinning around us, and actually it looks like it might be starting to head our way. I wanted to make sure that I was on camera for this storm, just in case it went tornadic. And also to show you guys just how close some of these calls that we've had with severe weather have been off camera. I was working on the blood magic altar a little bit more, and this storm decided to creep up, so I decided to go ahead and start recording to get this storm on camera, just in case it strengthens and makes life a little bit more difficult for us. However, if we come over here to our blood magic area, I did, like I said, do a little bit of work off camera. I started laying down some of the stairs that we're going to use. Now we can use these stairs for whatever we want, being that they are the carpenter's stairs, and those are just made out of the carpenter's blocks, which again are just sticks around some sort of wood plank. So very easy to make. Got some glowstone here because in order to get up to a tier 3 we're going to need it on top of these pillars that I have placed. For the most part. I forgot one, looks like. So let us go ahead and grab one piece of stone here and grab another brick. There we go. Place that there, and now we can go ahead and place our glowstone on top of that. On top of that. And on top of that. In addition, that'll also give us a little bit more light up here, which light is very important. We're also missing one right here. This is going to be used for our tier 4 eventually. So we'll just go ahead and give that a whack. And there we go. Let's go ahead and check on this storm, make sure it's not getting any stronger. Make sure it's not coming at us. Looks like it's going to pass off to our east, so that's a good sign. And there we go. So yes, in between episodes I did upgrade all of these stones here, or these runes, up to the speed runes, because we will be utilizing all 8 of them shortly enough. Let's go ahead and refill our altar here. As you can see, I made 5 of the enforced slates that we're going to need. We're actually going to need a total of 40. We've got 2 extra blank slates here. So this is going to be a little bit of a process to make these. Because unfortunately the reinforced slates, if you take a look at the blank slates, that's only 1000 LP with a piece of stone in a tier 1 altar. Well, the reinforced slates, unfortunately, need a tier 2 altar, which is not a problem. We got that, but it takes double the amount of LP. So instead of being able to do 10 at a time, we can only do 5 at a time, which is a little bit annoying, but we will manage, because luckily we have our Fallen Grenade here, which is doing a wonderful job and barely using any mana at all at this point in time. So that definitely is helping us out. If we wanted to, cheese the system even more, we could, in actuality, make ourselves a golden apple or something like that. Even restoration potions, potions of rejuvenation, and that would add even more health regen for us. I just really don't see the need in doing that. So I also made one of those slates and took the other item filter that we had just chilling in our chest here, and now we have one for blank slates, and over here we have one for reinforced slates now. And that way we can just kind of mate whatever we need, and each tier of slate that we go up will just alternate filters. So the basic slate, blank slate, will also have the next tier on it, the tier 3 slate. The reinforced slate filter will have the tier 4 slate on it instead of the tier 3. And that way we can swap them out back and forth, and we don't need 50 million filters to filter it out. Also, one thing that I did fail to mention, that if you put a lever down next to the transfer nodes, it will turn them on and off. So without a redstone signal, it will continue to pull out of whatever inventory it's attached to. Turn the redstone signal on, it will shut it down and stop it from pulling anything. So that's why this lever is here now, so that way we can stop the flow of items if we need to. So we're going to pop those 5 in, and again, this will, fairly quickly get these done up. We'll just kind of feed our altar as we go along. There we go, getting up there. Just a few more and we should be set for the next round of slates. There we go. 5 more slates in. It is a little bit of a tedious process, but like I said, hopefully here fairly soon we can not have to worry about this. There are other ruins that we could make, like the Ruin of Self-Sacrifice. That's still going to take reinforced slates and stone and glowstone instead of taking gold ingots for the Ruins of Sacrifice. That's all well and good. That's something that we could do if we wanted to. However, it's not the most efficient, because all the Runes of Self-Sacrifice do is increases how much LP we get per poke of the sacrificial knife here. So instead of, say, getting 200 millibuckets, we may get 300 millibuckets per rune. Would it make this process go easier and quicker? It would, slightly. However, for me, it is not justified enough to make those, just because of the time that it takes to make all of the ruins. So, and see, oops, I accidentally put in 10, so I'm going to have to really play catch up here to make sure that we don't start running out of essence, which we probably are going to, because I cannot dump as fast as it is sucking. So let us go ahead and turn that off. And hopefully we won't lose as much as quick, and we'll be able to somewhat keep up with it. That is the downside about the Torcherinos, is that it does speed things up quite a bit, and makes it difficult to where if you do run out of LP, it's very hard to keep up with how fast it makes the items draw the LP out. So just keep that in mind if you decide to use Torcherinos. There we go, we got lucky. We were able to get those 10 out without too many issues. There we go. So there we go, we're up to 25 now. I mean, could we do 10 on normal speed? Oh, absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and completely refill our altar here. So with the Torturino gone, also grab a bite of our toast sandwich to make sure that our saturation stays up. There is a way a little bit later on that we'll probably get into with blood magic as well to make the altar hold a little bit more. We just don't have the tier of altar yet that we need to create such an item. So we'll make sure that we're all healed up. There we go, 10 slates in. And as you can see, it's going quite a bit slower without that Torturino, but we can definitely keep up with it now. So, I mean, there was an extra 2,000 into the altar there. There's another 2,000, and see, we're staying about 1,000 ahead of where it actually is. So this way, the altar should be, you know, only about half empty. As long as we keep on keeping on. Because of course, taking 10 slates and putting them in the altar means that we need 20,000 LP, whereas the altar can only hold 10,000 LP. So now we should be ahead of the curve. And we probably could just let this go and completely run out. And we probably have enough LP in our altar to where we could just walk away and it would finish up without any problems. However, I really don't want to take that chance, so just going to, yeah, there we go. See, now all we have to do is a little bit of work here. That's full up because we can dump the last 5 in. Let's go ahead and place our Torturino down. And there we go. That'll quickly empty out. And we will have the 40 that we need. So let's go ahead and divvy these up real quick, the best we can. And we are going after the Ruins of Sacrifice, which is going to be 2 reinforced slate per. We need 20 of them. That means we're also going to need 40 gold ingots. That's not going to be a problem. There's 32. There's our 40 gold ingots. Let us go check the weather real quick. Just a little bit of rain. The storm moved off. Not a big deal. It can't always be exciting. I thought, you know, maybe we might get lucky and I could, you know, show you guys another tornado, but I just didn't want to cooperate. So we will split those up. I did make another orb, the tier 2 orb, which was an emerald with 5,000 LP. So I got that. With a little bit of stone here, and I need some more stone. That's fine. We can do that. Let's grab another stack of it. And there we go. There are our 20 Ruins of Sacrifice. Get our stone back up. And actually what we can do, we can come down here. We just break one. Put this Ruin of Sacrifice down. And if I remember correctly, you should be able to do this. So if we right click. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. Now, with the runes of sacrifice in place, or any rune at that fad, they don't actually have to be runes of sacrifice. These don't all have to be runes of speed. We could move the runes of sacrifice up here, the runes of speed down there. We could use any other type of rune, or just blank runes with absolutely no augment on them whatsoever, and it will count as the altar. So that's kind of a nice thing, that we don't have to use any specific type of runes. If we take a look here now with our divination sigil, we should look, and there we go. We are now up to a tier 3 altar. And as you can see, we can store even more essence in our soul network, because it was half full when we were at tier 2. Now we're down to just a little smidge of essence that we can store on our own soul network. So as the tier of altar goes up, so does how much LP you can store in your own personal network. So what can we do with a tier 3 altar? Well, we can get our tier 3 orb for one, and that tier 3 orb is going to be right here. Nope, it's going to be the next one down, the blue one if I remember correctly. Where did it go? I was just looking at it a moment ago. Now you guys are probably like, Red, it's right there in front of your face. Don't you see it? And there it is. Magician's Blood Ore, yep. We need 25,000 LP to make this happen. Well, that's a lot of LP. We need some way of generating that much LP. Well, guess what? We can do that, because there are also rituals that you can perform in order to utilize the LP. And so we will be getting into those, but we are not quite there yet. What we are going to need right now is a dagger of sacrifice, which is just going to be 3,000 LP and an iron sword. So let's go ahead and get our 3,000 LP in our altar. There we go, there's 3,000 LP, and we'll just come down here and we will make an iron sword real quick, which is not hard to make. Just stick a couple of pieces of iron. There we go. And we can go ahead and turn that on so it doesn't suck this out. Throw it in there, and while we're waiting, we'll just, kind of keep putting some LP in here, just so that we don't have a whole mess. And there it is. Take it out, of course, right click it as always, just to be on the safe side. And there we go, we have our dagger of sacrifice. Well, you might be thinking, Red, what does that do? We've already got our sacrificial knife. Why would we want a dagger of sacrifice, or sacrificial dagger? However you want to say it. Well, guys, I will show you. Because what we're going to do now, if you remember a couple episodes ago, we killed a wither, correct? And then we went and we utilized our nether stars that we got from the wither, and we made some cool items. We made our wand, our builder's wand, which is really nice. It's been helping me out a lot with some of the things I've had to do. We also made our wings, so we have creative mode flight, which of course is sitting right here in our bauble spot. English is not my major, apparently. Our baubles spot. We'll go ahead and take our flower out for the moment, so we're not wasting any more mana. So that gives us flight. We'll check our mana pool here. Yeah, see, we've only used about half of a bar, so about an eighth of the mana pool. So it uses a bit of mana, but not a terrible amount. Anywho, what we are going to do is right on top of the altar, we are going to dig straight up. There we go. And what we will also do is we will come down here, because we've got plenty of it to spare. We're going to grab some cobblestone, and we are just going to make about 18 slabs should do it. So let's get started, shall we? What are we going to do with these? Well, with these we are going to go ahead and we are going to grab a piece of cobblestone here. We will just place that cobblestone right there on top. And then here, we're going to throw that half slab. And actually, you know what? I don't like that. Let's throw it up here one more. Something like that. There we go. Now with this half slab, we are actually going to come around all the way. Except for one little hole that we need. Okay? Cool? You with me so far? So now, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go 6 and 7. Okay, and we are 3 wide here. So we are going to go 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, and 4, and 5. There we go. Let's get our shovel out here and we'll clear this area out a little bit. There we go. Alright, now that we're down here, we can definitely do things a little bit quicker. There we go. Something like that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we should have roughly a 9 by 9 here. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we only got a 7. That's fine. There's 8. There's 9. There's 8. There's 9. We just push all these walls back one more. Not the end of the world. And does it have to be a 9 by 9? No, it doesn't have to be a 9 by 9. But it does actually help because of the fact that it's easier to light up, and we're not going to be using standard torches in here. So let's go ahead and we will grab our exchanger. Let us nab a piece of cobblestone. Pull that out of our dev null for now. There we go, and we'll just kind of grab that. There we go. And let us go ahead and start exchanging some of this out. Like that. There we go. We will also come up just a little bit more. Actually, looks like we did go up one more there, didn't we? That's fine, we can do that. Grab some more of those earth shards. We will be getting into that very soon as well. That's from Thalmcraft, and that's actually what we're setting up for right now with all of this work here. So now, Let's grab us some dirt, and we will just completely fill this area in with dirt here. There we go. You might have to go get some more dirt, but that's fine. And actually, I want to change all that out. Change that out just so we know where everything is. So there we go. You know what? I don't like that. So let's go ahead and dig up this dirt. Because like there, and there, and there. Alright. We'll reduce our size down to about a 2 or so. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's actually go grab some obsidian. Because with what we're going to have, we don't want any type of surprises. We'll grab just a few stacks of obsidian here. Get rid of some of this other crap that we have on us. There you go. These ender minis are being a pain in the rear. I also set up a small little chicken farm outside. I think I forgot to mention that in the previous episode. Just went out, got some chickens, set up an old-fashioned farm. I got about 4 chickens there sitting on top of a hopper, so every time they drop a feather or an egg, the hopper collects it, and then I have an item duct under there. Oh, there goes an egg. Have an item duct with a servo that just pumps it out and starts putting it into these barrels. So now we have a constant supply of eggs and feathers. So that's nice. We'll come over here and we'll just kind of drop off some of this stuff here just to clean up our inventory a little bit from making that mess. There's our obsidian. Let's go back over here to our blood magic area. We'll fly up here. And let's just go ahead and pop one of these out like that. And we will put down our obsidian. Let's grab that and replace all of this cobblestone with obsidian instead. There we go. We didn't even go up the walls if we want to. We shouldn't have to go up too far. And yeah, it's not like it's hard for us to get obsidian or anything. Yeah, we can just go and cheese it out of the money press that we have going on. Which is, needless to say, kind of nice. Let's just drop down one more. Because honestly, something like this should be fine. Alright, so now we can grab our dirt back and we'll start laying down the dirt. There we go. And of course I'm being a bonehead because, hey, I've got my builder's wand right here. Why am I laying all these down by hand? There we go. Something like that. And we'll lay this next little bit down by hand. There we go. Like that and like that. And there we go. Now we've got a nice little pit here. Well, what can we do with this pit? Well, that's a very good question. What we're actually going to do with it for the moment is we are going to dig out this piece of obsidian. We're going to dig out this piece of obsidian. This piece. And this piece. We'll go ahead and replace the torches above them. Out of torches. There we go. Alright. And you know what? Let's go ahead and dig out there. And we will also dig one block underneath. Something like that, so we can see what's going on and we know where we're going from underneath here. So if we come down and look, we should see. Well, maybe not, but if we go right there, there we go. Actually, that works out perfect for us. Because then we can come over here, find the center, go up there. It's right there, should be the hole, yep. And big random hole here. Not exactly sure how this happened. We'll hop down here and get rid of that because we don't need it. This is definitely interesting. I'll go through and I'll clean this off camera, make it look pretty and whatnot, fill it back in with some cobblestone or something, just so that it doesn't look like an eyesore. I'm just hitting the F7 right now to make sure that nothing can spawn. So there's all of that. Let's make a couple of new items from a mod that we have started using, or that we have used, but we haven't used these before. And we are going to make a fan. And what kind of fan? We are going to make an open blocks fan. Well, that's just going to take some sort of slab, an iron ingot, and bars. And there we go. 3, and we'll make about 4 of those. Excellent. Those can go back. Let's grab some sticks. And some more cobblestone. About like that. Now we can fly back up here with these fans. We can put one there. Put one there. There. And there. Now if we come down here, and I'll probably change this up a little bit, and I'll end up using some redstone conduit from Ender.io. But if we throw a lever there and come up here, we should see that this fan is running. There we go. And notice, we come over here and land, it is pushing us. And it will push us right into the center of this hole. How cool is that? You can also come over here, and if we place down a lever there, and we come around over here and we place a lever there, and we get caught up on stuff and come over and place a lever there, we now have 4 fans in effect that will not only blow us one way, but they will blow us the other way and force us to land pretty much dead center of the altar. How cool is that? So why would we want to do this? Well, That answer is very simple. Because this episode might run a little bit long. I don't think that you guys are going to mind too much. But we're going to come over here and we're going to knock out the corners. We're going to come in about 2 from the corner. There we go. We will come back out here. And we should have some conduit. Yeah, insulated redstone conduit. 64 should be plenty. And we should have some redstone lamps that we picked up from various villages. Going to need about 4 of them. There we go. So now we come up here and we can place one right here. And we're actually going to come all the way up here. And let's get in Ender Mini mode here. There we go, just so that we can work a little bit faster. There's that one. Here's that one. Let's replace that real quick. There's that one. Of course, we need to fill in this one again. So there we go. You know what? Let's just go ahead and completely empty this out. If Ender Minis did up here, they did up here. It's not the end of the world. So now we can come back here a few spaces. And, well, there's the fan. Let's come back a few more. Well, that's not going to work. At least now you guys know exactly where we are, huh? So, yeah, I guess we can just drop it straight down from the fan here. That'll be fine. And yeah, I think that'll work. So let's come up here and start running the conduit binder. Or the redstone, insulated redstone conduit. So we'll just run it completely across there, like so. Across here, like thus. And we can run it straight out. Make sure everything connects properly. There we go. And we will run it straight down here. Like so. And we can even come down one more. There we go. Let's grab another lever if we can. And let's see if this will just tag right onto the end. We might have to. Nope, but it will right there. So if we grab our Yeta wrench out of our bag, there we go. We tell this thing here, do not connect. There we go. We should see that if we come up here, all 4 lights are on. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Because now if we come up here, we can actually grab all of our torches, and the entire floor should be lit up. Let's take a look with F7. Not quite. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? We're actually going to have to come down with these just a touch. Let's go ahead and break these out. Another one there. And we're having inventory issues again. What else is new? There we go. See if this clears up the issue that we're having. Drop that down there. Place that. Nope, not there. Except we're gonna have to come down even one more, it doesn't it? It's fine, we can do that. It's not the end of the world. Slightly annoying, but it's not the end. There we go. Okay, the fans are definitely making it difficult for us, so again, that's why we put switches here, so that we can turn these off to work if we need to. There we go. Alright, so now let's break this guy out. Add 2. Drop him down. Break this guy out. Drop 2 and replace. Cool. Now we can come along here, and you know what? I'm just going to grab this just so that we don't hide it. Come all the way across here, and let's grab our builder's wand. We'll just come straight across. Like that. Go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see happen. It's like we forgot one. That's fine. We'll add one there and there. There we go. And there we go. We dropped the roof down so that now it's only 3 high. And since we did that, we can just go ahead and we'll just finish this all off with some obsidian. Or not. I'll finish off the rest of this off camera. But now we have lights up here. Now why is that important? Well, I will show you why that is important. Because if we come here, and we still have our slates installed. So let us go ahead and we will grab one piece of stone. That should get quickly turned into a regular slate and then turned into a reinforced slate. There we go. As we can see, there's the reinforced slate. It should get sucked out now. If we remember, turn that off. There it is. Cool. No problem. It took, a little bit more than it should have. We'll do one more, just to show that it's working, because now we can go straight to tier 2. There's tier 1. Now it's going to take 2,000 essence after a moment. There we go. There's tier 2. And boom. It's because we now have a tier 3 altar with all 8 of these runes working. But what about these runes of sacrifice and this dagger we just made? Well, I'm about to show you guys. Just kind of come up here and empty out our inventory a little bit. Like I said, I know this episode is running quite a bit long, but I really wanted to get this done on camera for you guys. So we will grab some of that stuff there. We should not need any more of the redstone conduit, but that's okay. We'll hang on to it for a moment, just in case. We'll find our shards and dump off our shards, get rid of our salt that we don't need. Process this random copper ore that we picked up. And there we go. So, also grab a little bit of toast a sandwich. We'll come back over here, and this is the part where it gets interesting. Remember we activated those division sigils from the withers that we got, and we picked up a bunch of dirt? That's what we're about to grab right now. We're only going to need a handful of this stuff because it will spread fast, quick, and in a hurry. Let's grab about 8 of it. That way we have plenty in reserves should something bad happen in the future. We're also going to get our cobblestone slab here, which I don't think, we'll double check, I don't think that mod is installed. It is installed. We can make obsidian slabs. How about that? So let's see if I do that, and then I do that. Can I grab that? No, I cannot. Well, it's worth a shot. That's fine. I would much rather use obsidian slabs for safety and security purposes than regular cobblestone. There we go. And then of course we can just come along here and finish this off real quick since we're right here. That won't take but a moment. There we go. The roof I am not too worried about because, well, nothing can really go anywhere. So, cursed earth. Let's go ahead and we will plant one, say, right there. We'll plant one right there. Not there, but right there. Come on, work with me. There we go. Right there. Why not? We'll go directly in front as well. So there's the 8. We start planting this down. Remember what I said about this stuff is that mobs will spawn on it day or night. That is true. However, if we look with our F7, there is absolutely 0 chance for any type of mob to spawn up here. Why? Because of the redstone lamps. The redstone lamps do not count as direct light. If we were to put a torch down in here, we could not control it to turn it on and off, so we could not disable this, what will soon be, spawner. Once we flip that switch downstairs, this stuff will start growing, and all of this dirt will eventually turn into cursed earth. And as long as no natural daylight hits this cursed earth, it will remain cursed earth. And as soon as we turn off these redstone lamps, it will start spawning all types of different mobs up here. And we have just made a free mob spawner. So, how does that help us? That's where our dagger of sacrifice comes in. We come down here and we flip the switch, we're going to start getting mobs that are spawning up there. And if we take a look, we have 3,400, almost 3,500 in our soul, in our altar. So let's turn on the fans again, because the fans will start blowing those mobs that are spawning upstairs towards the center. There we go. Now all we have to do is wait for those mobs to get blown down here, or see us. There we go. Somebody saw us. And with 3493, one whack, he's dead. And we are up to 4993. Look at that. We got almost 2,000 LP just from killing one item. There we go. 49.99 up to 64.93. 79.93. And this is slow because we only have 8 pieces of cursed earth up there. Now, of course, the downside is, you know, well, the downside is that it doesn't necessarily work on ender minis. Little punk. So that's the downside there, is it doesn't work on ender minis. But everything else it works on. One hit, one kill, and we get a buttload of life essence from them when we kill them this way. And that is all because of these runes of sacrifice. Each rune increases how much LP we get from each kill with this dagger of sacrifice. So, in between episodes here, now that we got this up and running, I'm going to let this run for a bit and let that cursed earth kind of spread out a little bit more. And I will go ahead and I will work on getting us some more reinforced slates so that we can continue to upgrade our altar. I will also make, I will probably end up making a bit, hey, stop that, stop that. There we go. I will also end up making probably the next tier orb, and I'm sorry, not the next tier orb, but the next tier of slate, which is going to be the imbued slate, which again is going to take a reinforced slate and 5,000 LP just to make one imbued slate. Again, that's why I wanted to make sure to get this spawner, this mob spawner up and running for us, so that I'm not standing here all day, you know, poking myself with the dagger and, or I'm sorry, with the knife, and this way we can continue to advance in our blood magic and get to where we're going quicker than what it is. And pretty soon we won't even have to do this with the mobs. You guys will be in for a treat within the next episode or two, so stick around and wait for that, because we are going to make this bigger, faster, stronger, and completely automated. So, if you like this video, make sure that you leave a like. Make sure that you also comment and or subscribe to the channel if you liked the content and want to see more of it. On top of which, make sure that you hit the notification icon next to the subscribe button. That will let you know when more content comes out. Follow me on Twitter. Every time a new update comes out or a new video comes out, it will automatically update the Twitter, so stay informed of what's going on with the channel and what videos are going to be coming up or came up on that day. Right now I am still in the process of trying to figure out what's going on between the two series. Everything's looking okay so far, but who knows how long that's going to last. So, you guys take care, and I hope you have a great day, and I will definitely talk to you in the next video. See ya.